so that six straight wins crap that they had last year means nothing. It means nothing. It means absolutely nothing. Where's the improvement? Chris Hogan was the only memorial highlight coming out of this. That's depressing. I'm not a Jets fan in any means, but this is a local team, and you expect them to start 0-2. What semblance of this is going to show any strip of improvement other than Brian Poole trying to get a deflection? There's one costly interception off a poor high read from Jimmy Garoppolo. Other than that, we dominated in every area. 31-13 for the victory against the Jets. That's bad for the Jets. I mean, for me, I'm happy. I'm super happy. You think I was going to be upset? You think I give a crap about this walking butt fumble? Garoppolo went 14 of 16. Our rushing spoke for ourselves, so that's why he didn't throw the ball that much. He was still hitting 2 touchdown passes. Raheem Mostert with a freaking toss play, a toss run for the first rushing touchdown in the game. And he wouldn't be stopped. He got 92 yards out of all this, and he averaged at least 11 yards over his 8 carries. There was also Jerick McKinnon that was rushing it short until he went to the end zone. For another long gain over, and Tevin Coleman even got a decent average of yards, and he carried the ball only 14 times. The most. He's the only guy that went double digits, and he was the third lowest rusher. Kendrick Bourne, Jordan Reed that got 2 crazy touchdown passes caught through the red zone. It was a field day offensively. And we have quotable injuries and traded away one of our best D linemen over to the Colts. That did play good football than last week when they faced off against Jacksonville. That cannot be more exploited over what we did with Kendrick Bourne, Jordan Reed of tight end, and no use over for Kyle Gesicki. On the offensive side of the Jets, there's a lot we got to speak about. There's a lot we got to speak about. Just what the Jets did. 21 of 32, 179. And it just felt like Frank Gore was the best rusher. I know there's no Le'Veon Bell, and Josh Malone ain't it. If a 35-year-old, like he's probably 37 at the point of his rushing career, he's put up average numbers off 21 carries, 61 yards, and averaged 3 yards out of all of this. The only higher average is LaMichael Pirine, and Chris Hogan was the best player. Rashad Perryman was targeted at least twice, and most of them were short gains, and some were called back. Whatever we had Chris Hogan do, he catches the curl, he gets the better reads, he gets decent first downs. There was a late touchdown after they went scoreless for at least 3 other quarters. The Jets are, whatever the hell they're doing, they gotta stop. It's like you gotta make a dumb trade, or you gotta make something dumb happen. You have to. Quinnen Williams only hit a fumble. This year, Brian Poole with one pass deflection. Pierre Desir got an interception on Jimmy Garoppolo, yet that was not recorded on the other side somehow. Over a bad read over the post. It was a drop ball, but I think it was too high. And Desir picked that off. There was also a Marcus May pass deflection. Other than that, they tried to catch the ball at least. Pierman was just there for a deep ball and deflected it. And it was either Garoppolo just moving out to just hit it off to the corner. He either got sacked by Quinnen Williams, nearly forcing a fumble. One I thought wasn't really a fumble. I thought it was loose after he got sacked. But no, he didn't even get to recover it. It just, Brian Poole was the only the defensive guy that was always about to get the ball. He got a major tackle for loss over McKinnon, trying to at least do his stuff on the backfield, and I just that was the only positive, other than Chris Hogan being the backbone of the offensive team. And I'm not gonna make this joke. I already leave that for off camera, implying that you need black receivers to proceed in the NFL. The Patriots proved so, and they had a great game against the Seahawks on Sunday Night Football, and that was the funnest game probably of the season so far. High scorer against I think a more offensively well-rounded team and split. And I'm not saying that Cam Newton didn't perform well. He performed really extravagant against the Seahawks. Seahawks are just a better team. It just this was just a gimme game for the 49ers. On the essence of we losing against a more potentially offensive, well-rounded team with some great defensive pieces over the young gap with a great head coach out of the Cardinals. Uh, so it was just a game that we did not expect to play our hardest, and it cost us. This was the Jets. So even if you played with freaking, I don't know, Doug Patterson is your head coach, and they had two head coaches be your freaking defensive and offensive coordinator, and then you got a special needs child being your trainer, and then you have 50, I think it's 40 something because of the pandemic, players losing a leg. They will mop the floor with the Jets by 50 points, more than what in the hell the Jets were doing. And the 49ers only went from 31-13 with a more dominant running game. And our defense is way better. And other than that, you can't tell me that a bad team can't perform, can't be competitive. You can't. That makes no sense. It's silly. There's chances that you can have a competitive team. Look at the New York Giants. They're not supposed to be the division leaders. That's either going to the Cowboys. And they played decent against Pittsburgh. Daniel Jones can show rookie mistakes. He is a sophomore quarterback. But he shows more of a decision maker, has more chemistry off his team, and he rarely gets sacked more or throws costly interceptions off dumb mistakes like Sam Darnold. And he's coming off his fourth or third year. I'd rather pick Daniel Jones than Sam Darnold, and if that's not telling you something about how badly Sam Darnold has been as a starter this season over the past 2 weeks, it shows that they really need to do something. They really do. Keywan Williams, we had Eric Armstead. I think he had 2 tackle for losses. He also came off a major sack. Uh, got a huge pass deflection. Emmanuel Mosley, amazing off the backfield. And it just felt like Rashad Perryman just couldn't get the ball. And we were kind of falling back in the fourth quarter, allowing some decent passes over to Chris Hogan. Then another white receiver, Jimmy Ward, played average. I thought Fred Warner, Keywan Alexander, that can never do anything bad, DJ Jones, and of course uh, Emmanuel Mosley and Eric Armstead did their job. I don't know why in the hell Nick Mullins was later there in the second half. I think because they know it was a gimme game, but he was there for particular trick plays and off triple option tosses, and then he got fumbled twice. I miss CJ Beathard at this point. And yeah, other than that, played a pretty good game of good football, but it's just the Jets. That sounds rude, but you can't you can't disagree with that. I'm sorry if I'm insulting any Jets fans that supposedly jumped into this video, but you know I'm not wrong. It's just the Jets. The only like tough games that I see us getting is against the Eagles or the probably not the Giants because now Saquon Barkley is injured. Yes, yeah, that's messed up. But my team, it's tough for the Giants, and I like Saquon Barkley. He's been the best running back the Giants had in several years. So it's a bit tough, especially off severe injuries that could cost you performing as consistent as you were before you were injured. So that's tough for the Giants. Not tough for us because we have the best rushing in the team in the league. But that's dependent on how tough the defense is. That it's pretty weak off the backfields per se. So our chances of trying to get at least over 11-yard plays is possible. Our toughest games could come by the Eagles and the Rams later on, and that's in a few weeks span. So yeah, that's a big win for the 49ers against the Jets. I am I expected to do more reviews on practically 49ers games? It's a bit optional. I'm just sticking with some stuff that works and don't know entirely. That's it coming from me. Thanks for watching. Like, comment, subscribe, and that's it for me.